Yeah, Mafia Magazine Radio.
To the Sullee.
Hey, Sully, what's good, baby? Hold on for a second, son. Let me set you up real quick, all right? For all my listeners out there, man, I got the opportunity to sit down with a truly incredibly great artist, man. This cat goes by the name of Sullee J. And we're gonna sit down with Sully for a little while, man, and Sully gonna let us know what it takes for him to put his music down. So Sully, baby, how the industry treating you these days, son?
Yo, man, I'm just grateful to be here. I'm just grateful that, you gave me an opportunity to, continue to spread my voice. There's people like you give me inspiration and belief that, I could continue to do what I do, and that there's good people out there who understand what I do is for a positive reason. So
yeah, no doubt, baby. And you putting down some real good music around that camp, man. You know what I'm saying? We just want to let you know that, you know? So tell us, man, where you originally from and how long you actually been doing your thing.
Man, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised here. I lived out in Chicago for like 4 or 5 years too, so that's like my second home. But I've been doing this for about 7, 8 years now, so it's just been a long grind. But I've been around the world, like to different places, met like thousands of people I never thought I'd come across.
Right.
And I've been able to change lives with the music I've made, and it's amazing. It's an amazing experience, man.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. And we go get into all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying. I done a little research, man, and you done some good things, man. But let's get back to, man, like, what was your inspiration, man? Who was or what was the reason that you decided to do music, and not only do music, but do the music in the style of the way of the music that you put down?
You see, like, that's a good question. Like, besides music being like my therapy, I realized early in life, luckily I thank God for that, he gave me the wisdom to see through people, that I realized that a lot of the times we go through different experiences, pain. Everyone's struggle is different, but we all feel pain at certain times of life, and music honestly helps me cope. And a lot of the times we want to say something, but we just don't know how to express it. And a lot of people out there feel that. So I feel like when I make music, most of the time I'll say things that other people want to say, but they can't. So it's like being a voice for the people. And that inspires me big time, because I feel like, I'm saying what they want to, but on a bigger scale. And those people that support me, it's like every time I get a share or a comment or a retweet or something, I feel like, they're talking, and so for me to be able to do that, it makes me feel good. It's like, I'm standing up, and I'm willing to sacrifice, what I have, for people to see that I'm willing to change things, to make them be displayed the way they want to see them.
No doubt.
And as long as I can keep changing things for a good way, like, I'll do it forever.
No question, baby. And you actually are in a unique position, because your background, your history is a little different than a lot of these cats that's doing music today. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you're a Pakistani American, which people think that may put you at a disadvantage, but I personally think it's an advantage, because you get to put down a whole different outlook on some things that people really.
There's different crowds. Like right now, I'm doing music with 2 different populations. Like I got one where I'm doing like tacky music. I'm releasing a song in like 2 weeks, and then I'm releasing a song with my dude out Philly, Cicero.
Right.
One of my dudes in Brooklyn, like next week, is releasing on Tuesday, because that's my birthday. So I got like different material, different genres, like, and it is an advantage. And on a broad scale, like, yeah, a lot of people might not see that at the moment, but the money's in that too. Like, there's a lot of good marketing with that.
Well, and we definitely see that over here, because that was kind of, as I was kind of doing research and doing different things on you, that was one of the things that I kind of noticed. And all of the things that you just said just now, I also thought that was an advantage for you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you come in with an outlook that not many people get to see. You know what I'm saying? The way you kind of view the world. You heard?
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not trying to, conform to what everyone's doing. I'm not trying to be the next, Weezy or 2 Chainz or whatever people like keep hopping on the same type of sound. Like, I just do what I do. Like, I feel like what I'm doing, like, there's always, like, whether one person likes it and another person doesn't. I'm not trying to focus on the person who doesn't, because there's a crowd for everything and everyone,
Right.
So I feel like being different, you can be different if you want to in this industry. You don't have to sound like everybody else.
Right. And I think one of the things that's actually contribute to the way you put your music in is you started writing poetry at a really early age, didn't you?
Yep. And that's how the flow actually started. Like before I just read it, whether I be in school or wherever I be, like there was always poetry. It'd be before when I had a BlackBerry, whatever phone I had, I'd be typing up stuff. Like people are like, "Are you texting? Are you doing this?" I'm like, "Nope, just writing." It's just writing whatever I thought. Like it's like my mind never stops thinking. And anyone who knows me like knows I probably sleep maybe 3 hours a day, if anything. Like I don't sleep. If I'm not writing, I'm doing something else. Like
Right, right.
Something's in me where I feel like it's gonna happen soon, but I just don't know when.
Right. Now, a lot of people don't know this, and we get ready to let the world know, for those that didn't know when you did it at the time you did it. You did a single talking about Billy's conscience. Am I correct?
Correct. Yeah.
And that blew up. A lot of people really wasn't understanding what was going on, but you was actually putting it in. You told a story. You got international acclaims for this and all that. I want you to go ahead and tell everybody how that came about and what made you put that down and how you felt about after the whole, the whole scenario was done.
Yeah. So let me give you a base first. Well, first of all, like I said, to me, music is a universal language, and I always felt that it has a connection to like the souls, which regular people, when we talk to each other, either something negative or something else, like we got something to say. But music, it's like you could be 10 different languages or ethnicities or anything, and even if you don't understand what someone's saying, you can hear it in their voice. You can hear the emotion. So I feel like music speaks to everyone, and this story on Fox. It was about a person named Billy Anderson, and it was just showing how he was in the hospital for like, at that time I believe it was like 14, 15 months already, and they couldn't understand what the condition was or what the problem was. His whole immune system shut down. He was losing so much weight. He couldn't go home. He couldn't get up off the hospital bed, and I thought to myself, I'm just like, what if I actually wrote a song and did like fundraisers through that? Or, spread a message to that. I'm like, would it actually work? Because no one really does stuff like that anymore right now. Like, a lot of people who do music is mostly just concerned about what they're going to get out of it. I'm like, let me just try this. And it came to a point where, we sent it to the family after I wrote it. I wanted to write it as if I was in Billy's situation and I was describing how he felt,
right.
Away from his kids, away from his wife, away from his family. So I'm just like, that's gotta be crazy. Like, I put it out and I get responses, and the family hit me up. I flew out to Oklahoma. I met them, beautiful people. I still, keep in touch with his wife, Nikki. Whenever we can, we both got lives while we're working, but at the same time, we know we got love for each other. She basically had Fox interview me. We had CBS. We put it on like CNN. Like, it was covered by a lot of radio stations out here too. They helped.
Right.
They would like come in and just talk about it. We tried to raise money. We did like a fundraiser thing out there in Oklahoma, but eventually, we couldn't raise enough to the point where they needed like almost over $50K just to fly him out to another hospital. I remember. And after 2-3 more months, it was about around 18 months or so where he did pass, and they named it Billy's disease because up to this day, like, they don't know what he had.
Right.
And just a situation like it's never happened. Like, a man in the hospital for 18 months. So.
Right. Right. And that was a really beautiful thing, man. I mean, we don't get to hear stories like that anymore in this industry. Like you said, everybody's in this for some type of monetary value. You know what I mean? And you actually found it in your heart, man, to go out and actually put this down. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to commend you. You know what I'm saying, for that beautiful gesture, man, to reach out to that man.